Hey everybody, it's Paige again. I have decided to make you a Nopales salad this evening. What is Nopales, you might ask? Well, Nopales is cactus. Isn't that lovely? Now you can buy these in the store and you can go through the process of, well, this one already has the spines taken out. But you can actually get them with the spine still on, so be very careful if you do. But you can remove this, take this and remove the skin, and then boil it down, they say, and it gets really slimy, kind of like okra does. Okra gets real slimy, you know, it's gross, but I don't like it. But anyway. The process takes a long time, and I don't feel like doing that. So what I do is, shortcuts are great, especially when you work all day, right? I buy these. You see these? Donna Maria Nopalitos tender cactus, and just drain that and rinse it real well in a colander and throw it in a big bowl. I also like to go to Taco Rico in Lafayette, for those of you that are local, and they have Nopales there, and so they grill theirs, and it's just fantastic. So a lot of times I'll get an order of grilled Nopales, and I'll get an order of grilled jalapenos and bring it home and make this salad with them. It adds a lot to the flavor. It's really, really good. But this is fine too. You can get this at, actually, I think Walmart carries it. Maybe your dollar store carries it. I don't know. It's pretty common. Just us white folks don't usually eat that kind of stuff. But anyway, I was introduced to this by a Latino friend of mine who says that they stand in line to get this stuff. They make it, these little Mexican ladies up there make it in big vats, these great big bowls, and they just scoop it in this paper and plastic and sell it like that. And he brought me some, and oh my God, it was to die for. So I've been trying to make it as well as they do. And of course, that's probably never going to happen, but I think mine's pretty good, really, and not as oily as theirs is. They use a lot of olive oil in theirs. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use avocado oil. Anyway, so I have my jar of nopalitos in my bowl, and I have a head of cilantro that I'm going to chop up. I don't know why I have this little knife. And I just took all of the leaves off the bunch. You know, there's a few stems in there. That's fine. Just make sure there's not too many, because they're kind of hard and crunchy, and you don't want that in your salad, really. So you chop up your cilantro leaves a little bit, just a coarse chop. It doesn't have to be too small. And you're going to throw those in there. And the jar of nopalitos comes with onions and what else? Maybe some, there's a jalapeno in there also. I didn't chop that up. Don't forget to chop up the jalapeno and the nopalitos. And I really like jalapenos, so I got a jar of pickled jalapenos and carrots. This brand doesn't have a whole lot of carrots. I'm not too enthused with this brand, actually, but anyway. I don't usually get them, but I decided I'd try them for once. Anyway, so I'm going to chop up that jalapeno that was in the jar, and then I chopped up another 2 or 3 jalapenos because I like it spicy. I did take out all of the seeds and the ribs to make it not quite as bad, in case I have company and they want to try it and don't want to burn the mouths off. I have a lime, and I'm going to squeeze the lime in there. And this is just a taste, so you may decide you want 2 limes in there. These limes have been around for a little bit, so I may have to use 2. Squeeze that in there. Okay. And then I'm going to take a can of Rotel. This is chunky Rotel with green chilies. And I drained it. I don't want my salad real wet and soupy because we're going to put it in tortillas. At least that's the way I eat mine. So we don't want our tortillas getting too soggy. So I don't always put the whole can in. So I'm going to put maybe half a can in there and stir it up and see how it looks. I just want a nice balance of things. I don't want anything taking over the whole salad. It's a fine line. That looks pretty good. I might add a little bit more tomato. But I didn't, maybe 3/4 of a can. If you like it more tomatoey, put the whole can in. That's entirely up to you. And I may before it's all over with. But anyway. So there's that. And then I'm going to put some avocado oil in here. The original recipe calls for olive oil. Use whatever oil you like. Stir that in. It's to kind of preserve the vegetables. And helps them taste yummy. But anyway. All right, so then we're going to take a red onion. And I should have had this prepared. Sorry. My knife needs a good sharpening. Peel off this onion. The outer layer. That tough skin. Get rid of it. If your onion has a green center, it's still okay to use. Just don't use that green center part because it's bitter. And the same goes with garlic. You can use the garlic, but just don't use the green part. You want to kind of dice your onions. You want them fine. So one way of dicing an onion is doing this. And I know I'm cutting off my head here, but anyway. So you can make like straight cuts down your onion one way. And you should have a sharper knife than what I do if you're doing this. And then go the other way. Try to hold it all together. And then, when you go like this, you have a nice dice. And I'm probably going to put about half of this onion in here because it's pretty big. And I do like the red onions better than any of the others. They have a better flavor to me. If you don't have red onions, you want to use yellow or white or whatever you got. Maybe just green onions would be perfectly fine too. But anyway, we're going to put that in there. And as usual, I'm making this. Ooh, that looks pretty oniony. Alright, stir this in. Like I said, we may have to add more tomatoes to make up for something that we do. Yeah, I may just put the whole thing in there. What the heck? I like tomatoes. Oh, the onions are burning my eyeballs. Oh, one thing I forgot also is the garlic. And I'll probably use 2. They're slippery little boogers, aren't they? All right, so here is an easy way of peeling your garlic instead of, you know, using your fingers and messing with it because it's sticky and sticks to you and it's gross. Anyway, you should always smash your garlic before you use it because it brings out the flavor more. So what you do is you take your big old knife and you go smash, and then the skin peels right off. Look, there it goes. Ta-da! And watch again. Here we go. Smash. You don't want to get too crazy with it because I have gotten a little bit overzealous and shot garlic all over the kitchen. So don't smash it, smash it. You don't want garlic everywhere. And then you just mince it up. And you want a pretty fine dice on this. Mince. To mince it. That is the correct term. You've got one of those little garlic press things. Those are great. But still smash it first before you put it through there. All right. We'll give this a shot. All right. So then the only thing we have left to do is our cotija cheese. Now, cotija cheese. Don't use the other stuff. It's really hard to find this cheese. I got really upset the other day because the place that I always went to get it didn't have it. So then I drive across town to the other one and they didn't have it either. So I want to go on someplace else and finally had to ask somebody and lo and behold, they have it. Yeah, hallelujah. Anyway, this is like Mexican kind of like Mexican Parmesan. Has the same kind of flavor. The texture is really kind of weird. It's really crumbly and it doesn't really melt like most cheese does. But anyway, it is very, very good. And I mean, if you have to use, like, what can you get out there? I forget what other kind of Mexican cheeses they are because I just don't usually get them. Chihuahua and queso and I don't know. But anyway, look for the cotija. I think I got this at Myers, actually. So it is out there. Anyway, so we're going to grate some of this in here. And it crumbles, kind of. It doesn't really grate, it just kind of crumbles. And you're probably going to want about, well, at least a half a cup. Like that. Just eyeballing it. It just kind of crumbles. See, like that? You can squish it in your fingers and it just crumbles. Like that. You can sometimes find it in little plastic containers already crumbled, which helps. It's really good on eggs if you have huevos in the morning. I like huevos in the morning. One of the few proteins I get actually from the animals, other than the cheese, which I don't eat a whole lot of, only certain kinds. But this one doesn't bother me too bad. All right, so now we're going to mix all this in here. We've got jalapenos, green onions, tomatoes, Rotel tomatoes with green chilies, head of cilantro leaves, and the Nopales. And then salt and pepper to taste. I'm going to put some pepper in there, and then I'm just going to taste it and see if I would like any salt in it. The cheese is very, very salty, so you need to make sure that you taste it first, because you may not need to add any. I don't usually use a whole lot of salt, so I may not need it. All right, so let's stir this up here. Can you see that? Yummy. Where's my camera? That's pretty good. And it's got good spice to it. Woohoo! Mama. I might put a little bit more cheese in it. So yeah, this is real easy salad. And you can just have it in a bowl, or you can make your own tortillas, which are really pretty easy. Or you can just buy store-bought tortillas, warm them up, the soft ones, not the hard ones. And warm them up and put some of this in there, and it will change the way that you feel about cactus. I guarantee. You might even try to grow some so you could eat it. All right. There it is. Can you get a good visual? My lights are bad in here tonight, sorry. But anyway, it's gorgeous. It looks like a party. It tastes like a party. A fiesta! Anyway. Guess Princess didn't like my fiesta. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I'm going to let you go. I'm going to eat my Nopales cactus salad. And I hope this gives you a little bit of bravery in trying something that maybe you've never had before. It's really, really good, and it's quite refreshing for the summer. I hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, see you later. Bye.